on the Troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is our time of the night, and again we were live on Sunday if you missed it, and people really enjoyed. We also enjoyed. We appreciated everything that was happening that day. Right, so today it's that time where we have to talk about what happened in that court. Unfortunately, we are still going to that roller coaster of what is happening there, and just hammering in one thing. So, what is happening in the court? In a nutshell, in that court, Sbia was in Joburg because of his cards. That's what they are saying, right?
All three of them, Sana. They were pulled.
All three
of them.
Right, but what is very interesting is that they're only reading the activities that are happening to that account in a form of withdrawals.
Yes.
So no injection, nothing, which is something to be looked at. But other than that, what is also puzzling me is how we're dealing with the evidence of Zungu, who was there for many days. As much as he was there for many days, nobody bothered to ask him about the so-called Section 205. Even Pinky never mentioned anything about this number. Well,
nothing.
Today this number, it is what it is. In my opinion, this number could be anything. Maybe it could belong to some father of Zungu. Yes, I know right now it says, if you check it on a true code, I'll probably say Constable Zungu, which is usual when people decide to save the number the way they want to save it. But it's very, very worrying that a seasoned attorney or advocate sits there and tries to bring evidence through an investigator, not the owner of that evidence, not Zungu. Zungu was questioned about this thing, and it was left like that. I mean, he had time to re-examine Zungu.
Yes.
He should have mentioned. He should have went there. He should have hammered there. His Section 205. He had time to even do that with Pinky Fine Fillingham.
Yes.
Nothing was done. Now, through Gininda, it is going through. It's happening.
Produced.
After many questions were asked, after as YouTubers we have asked those questions, now it seems as if we're being answered in that court. Instead of dealing with the case in hand, we are being answered.
I was like, oh my God. I even remember the theory that I had that what if that card you're saying that is placing accused number 1 at Fort Loras at the time he said he was in KZN, it was maybe used by his uncle, it might be used by his family member, because we do that with people that we are close to.
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal. I mean, I can leave my bank card with my mom, provided that I trust her, and then I go on and live my life in another province. So no, today Advocate Bale was like, hell no, I'm gonna pull all of these 3 bank cards, and most of them, all 3 of them, are haphazardly in between Nongoma and Fort Loras.
So one could have had one card on the other side, and one could. That's something that is there. Well, even if we say okay, we rub it off. Let's say this theory is correct.
And
this guy Sbia lied. He was in Joburg. Fine. We might accept that. Aren't we still dealing with circumstantial evidence?
It is circumstantial evidence.
Have we managed to put these people in the house?
No, we have not.
Nothing.
Even if he hammers on the transactions for the whole month,
nothing.
It still doesn't place him at the incident or the crime scene.
Nothing.
It does not. It does not place him on the 26th of October at Kutwanong Street at a certain time or a particular time where cell phones and money were being asked of the people that were in the house.
Yes.
So I don't understand. Like, I feel like we are being made to be tired. We are being exhausted.
I have a feeling. I'll tell you why. this case is it's an issue of defending now. Everyone is defending whatever that they need to defend, in my opinion. But I have a feeling maybe we undermined the level of thinking of some people. Maybe they said, no, man, how do we butcher this whole case and exonerate everyone who would be implicated by 375? Bring this case, it comes in, things happen, like, because this is nothing. This is nonsensical. This case is just bogus. It's useless. It has no meat in it.
I couldn't find the reason of why what was happening was happening. Today it felt like Advocate Baloyi was Sibanda all of a sudden.
No, forget about Sibanda and forget about everything else. Let me finish this part.
Okay.
Let's butcher this case, which eventually is gonna bring Kaylee, which might bring Kaylee. And then if Kaylee is arrested through this case, or if we bring Kaylee through this case, then Kaylee is exonerated if this case is appealed.
Because you can't be charged twice for the same crime.
So it looks like that. My worry is
Maybe
not.
That's the plan.
It's not even about this case anymore. This case, it looks like
and I'm tired
it is
of
there
these people.
to taint, and you've seen how much emphasis has been put on 375 being this useless case in a sense, not known case, whatever that you might call it. It has been degraded to a lower level. I don't know how much more they're still gonna go with it, but they've tried. I mean, about 2 days they were dealing with 375. The credibility of 375 in a case where we are dealing with 636.
636. Pella, we are waiting to find why these accused. What made you arrest them? What we still kind of are hanging, like we still don't know, like we still don't have all the facts. We are still left with many questions. And then right when we're thinking, okay, we're left with many questions, the whole day the mission is to place accused number 1 at Foslorus in the year 2014 and 2015. The whole day.
And some certain mistakes, I don't know whether Nisi objected, or no, she didn't even object. It was not an objection. Nisi said when they left, he said he wanted them to show the picture of accused number 3 standing outside the hostel. You know what they come back and do?
What did they do?
They come back and corroborate the story of accused number 1, as if Nis was asking about accused number 1.
He wasn't asking about accused number 1.
I had to pinch myself and ask, are they answering the same question?
He was asking about his client.
Yes,
the picture that they said it's outside George Koch Hostel.
Yes.
But now they're still on the
and
one
they are
of the
answering,
pointings out of accused number 1.
And he said that because they were mixing accused number 3 stuff within accused number 1 and doing it interchangeably.
Oh God.
And now all of a sudden when they answer that question, when they say they answer that question, they are talking about accused number 1.
Oh God.
The pointings of accused number 1.
Ooh.
Nisu was not asking about that. I think I heard him correctly.
I did last week. He was asking for the pictures, the one
that is controversial, the George Koch
they
one.
Downloaded. The one that is said to have been taken on the day of the incident by accused number 3's phone.
Yes.
That was downloaded from accused number 3's phone.
But they've answered it today.
No,
with regards to number 1.
The pointings out where he was taken by the police, accused number 1, to go do the pointings out after he was arrested. That is what he was using to say that is Basotho Hostel.
Timberland Kanye, let's show support for this channel by clicking the like button. Good people, please do that. While we do that, let's talk about what happened today. So as I'm busy watching this case, I come across someone who has a German flag, I think,
Yes.
attacking that, saying that he bought sound for people, for those. I don't know what is said in the Setswana or Pedi. I don't know what language was that.
Are they watching the channel?
Yeah, I guess there are those people who do not like. I guess.
Or it's because I don't know the.
Uti Ednet Khante orekile speakers from one of those. I'm gonna read it as it is, my lord. From one of those stupid podcast. Ke seso sele. Eh?
I don't understand what they're saying. I'm afraid I don't. I've lost context. Maybe they can explain if they are watching.
Yeah, I'm sure they're watching. They always do, because obvious they wouldn't have known if they don't watch it.
Yeah.
So don't become those people who watch with hate. It's okay. We take the view. I don't mind. I will take it any day, any time. But please like the video.
Engage.
What I'm trying to say is that that's how you see people who really do not like the video. It's normally those ones who are watching
and just don't say, we don't even know who they are, and we keep track of the people that we interact with, especially on the chat, especially in the comment section.
I was saying to
so
Emily,
if you're brand new and you say something like this, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say.
I was saying to Emily, we shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yeah,
I felt
for
like,
a moment I also felt like,
yeah,
it
was out of focus. Yes, I was like, wow, we shouldn't have.
Now it's like
I hope that we are not bothered, because obviously there's gonna be a lot of people coming, and I mean we have a lot of Mzansis around, so it's okay. I accept anything. For me, thank you, and we appreciated it. And for this family, it is good. It is good. Look at how Emily is free.
You know, there's
So,
no way I cannot.
Some people are not happy then.
No, I have to. How would you feel if you do something for someone and they don't show appreciation? It's not nice.
I guess if you look at it that way. Yeah, but let's continue, I mean.
Yes, guys, we are back, and I am so exhausted by Brigadier Gininda's evidence. It always gets to me. It always makes me very, very, very tired. I don't know whether it's the way they choose to arrange it, it's the way they set it up, it's the way that they over-explain. I don't know, but I just don't get it. Today, Nehutimile, 2, lights out. But I will still go through the evidence so that we can unpack it together. You hear me? So we resumed the trial today, and lead investigator Brigadier Bongani Gininda was back on the stand. So apparently Baloyi started by reflecting on the media coverage of the 10th anniversary of Meyiwa's passing this past weekend. You know,
what
the
was
one
this
that we
reflection?
discussed. He said that I think we are all doing our best. We're all doing our best.
Did he have to say that?
If this is the best that he can do, what does his worst look like? That is the question I have. What does the worst look like if this is the best?
I think he should have been should have ignored that commemoration.
Yeah, let's just ignore it, because now we watched. Maybe he couldn't ignore it.
In his opinion, is doing the best. In my opinion, God, Jesus, I would take another prosecutor.
Senzo's mom. Even there's another interview where even I think it's Senzo's aunt said it direct. That Baloyi. She said it. And I was like,
oh, that's maybe why he felt the push to say, we're doing our best.
She was not happy with Advocate Baloyi. She wasn't happy at all. So maybe that's why he felt the need to respond.
Nati, we are outsiders. We are not happy.
I
That's why we're being called names nowadays.
Yes, now we have names. I have labels and stuff. Gone are those days.
Where we used to do this thing in peace.
No. Now we are given names, labels and stuff. So Baloyi said that on Tuesday when they adjourned, they were beginning to deal with cell phone evidence. Pinkifa and Dillingam's evidence from Vodacom. But he first started by displaying the pictures that Advocate Nisi asked to be displayed for his client on the screen, which of course were not the pictures. They were not. On that photo, there was a wall apparently that Brigadier Gininda was talking about. Brigadier Gininda was describing that a mini bus substation is visible there on accused number one's pointing out the picture. He also mentioned that accused number one.
Ned, thank you. You are making us. You see, it means
Oh, Ned.
You are making us fight with these people.
You are making us now. People are going to fight. Ned. People are not happy. Oh.
Yeah.
You're making us shy.
We appreciate. May God bless you. But wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah.
Everybody, shout out to Ned.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's for us. It's for us only. Please keep it in the family. You know, this is where we are happy for Ned. This is where we celebrate each other. You understand what I'm saying? So please don't take it outside and now people now no. Leave Ned alone. Leave Ned alone. Okay. Siyabonga kakhulu. So he also mentioned that accused number one said that he pointed out where he alleged that he was dropped off. Then he directed the court to the notes and he said that it was written. Apparently those pictures at the bottom there are notes and little scribblings of notes written there by whoever who was doing the pointing out. I may assume, or I'm going to assume. And then he directed the court.
It's not the person who was in charge of the pointing out. That, what's the name of the?
I forgot them.
I forgot his name.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy obviously was doing the album. They say, yeah, it's an album. They call it an album.
So Brigadier Gininda was using those notes to testify.
To collaborate, yes. Yes, he was using them to collaborate.
Then he directed the court to the notes where it was written where he was dropped off and where he resided. He further said that in 2014, the address of accused number one was at Basotuni Hostel. And he said it's not only confirmed by their profiling system, but the exhibits. His bank statements shows that Basotuni Hostel in
Ultrastar. You guys are fighting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ultrastar.
God bless you. God bless you.
May God increase.
May God bless you guys.
May God continue to bless you. Nete wa iti man. Mudimu bless it already. Bless it in advance. Bona, she's highly blessed.
God bless you, Asha. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Like, you are always there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. So he needed to be dropped off at the same hostel. Zungu said that they were at Gwabini's room. Do you guys remember that part of evidence? Muzi was drinking a Gordon's or something, celebrating after he said to him or confessed to him that they had deleted Senzo, and I'm like, Aibo. Kanti manje now is no longer the dropping off. Now it's Basutini Hospital. Like it's a mixture of everything. So Baloyi then said, you mentioned the bank statement of accused number one. And Gininda said yes. And the address there is Soto Hostel in Vosloorus. And then Baloyi asked him, and the bank statement, Gininda said yes, the address is also Soto Hostel. So Gininda read the address on the net bank statement on the record. And the address is 43 Soto Hostel, Buota Avenue, Vosloorus South. Guys, Buota. Buota. Who still remembers Buota?
I still remember Buota.
Isn't it the evidence of Longwe's movement, of Longwe's car? Not Longwe's movement, but the movement of the car that is alleged to have been that of Longwe, the red Polo? Didn't it have Buota?
I think so.
It just came to me now. The whole day I wasn't thinking about, but now I'm like, what the?
There were a lot of things that were funny there. There's also one that I heard, but continue, Amy.
So Balo said that in respect of the Standard Bank account, the address is also Suto Hostel. Gininda asked for the state advocate to go to the photo with the building. Now, we can all recall that Nisi mentioned that his client said that the building in those pictures was that of George Gore Hostel, not Basutuni Hostel. So he wanted the photo of his client, accused number 3, to be displayed. But it did not happen. Gininda said that he visited the building.
That's why I'm saying these people, is that they decide to be ignorant, Kamabomu. I mean, you go do your homework on the wrong chapter, like completely wrong chapter. You come back, you give, like, Nisi was questioning the issue of George Gore. That was in question.
On the picture that was downloaded from accused number 3's phone.
They come back and talk about
the pointings
out. Answering Nisi. How is that answering Nisi?
I don't know. I think
he's even tired. He's like,
that's why he's so quiet.
I'll deal with it because next thing they're gonna say I'm disturbing.
They just let him be. It's fine. Standing up every 5 seconds asking for one.
And then it looks like he's the one who's disturbing the whole thing. I mean, when those ones who are coming from the mainstream media on the other side, they'll be saying, hey, one of the defense causing the delay. And I might agree. Fighting against the whole nation.
They need maximum, optimum energy for cross-examination.
Yeah, they need to preserve it as much as they can.
You see how...
And also, I think not objecting gives the states a very long rope to hang themselves.
So Gininda said that he visited the building himself and said that these are the hostel structures. You know, we were talking about
very impressive, eh?
The buildings that he visited, which are of course the Basutun Hostel, right? He was describing about how he had been there. The judge asked him to take it slow, and he also asked if that building leads that vehicle across the street.
T. Brown Skin. Oh,
T.
thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, T. Brown.
Came, you saw. Thank you. May God bless you. May you be increased. Please. All of you guys. Thank you.
May you all be well, guys. May you be taken care of. May you have grace. Everything good, man. Let it happen.
And the watchers also. May God bless you guys.
Even you guys. Yes.
Those who are just watching. Even if you are watching,
we need good vibes.
Through hate, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Good vibes.
God bless you.
Positive energy. You know? It's what has carried me in the coverage of this thing, honestly speaking. I know people used to be annoyed. Hey, you laugh. What? Hey, guys. This is mentally draining. If I get in my feelings to that extent, I will not be doing this. It will be so much.
Yeah, this case can take you to hospital.
It has
and
the potential.
You are not part of it, but you are not directly part of it, but it has. Chima Cheka, thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. May they increase. Where you took this money from, may you see more.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Like I'm out of it because I'm the one who's watching the screen.
I can't see, but thank you, guys. Once Mr. Anonymous mentioned it, thank you. We are highly appreciating it, guys. Oh, it goes a long way. So Gininda said yes, that's what he's put on record, and that's why I said you also need and he said, my lord, I'm going back to this, into what was documented by the person who documented the pointings out. What area did they visit? They only visited 2 areas, which was the crime scene where the accused was dropped off, either then where they started at the police station. And I'm saying that this building structure is the hostel because in this area you only have the township, which is your normal 4-room old structure. Opposite it then is the hostel. There's nothing else either than the tuck shop or filling station. The only building structure to where he says he was dropped off.
Even
is
his
Basotho
conclusions
hostel.
are based on circumstantial evidence.
Everything circumstantial.
Is just he reaches conclusion. I can imagine if he was to be a judge.
Yo. Yo. It depends. But yo. No.
And guys, we see that we just when things are happening, we have an issue of what we call it. It's Wi-Fi, I think. I've changed to put it on a landline. I'm hoping that things are going to be fine. We see could be buffering on your side, but we continue, Emily. I will tell you when things are worse.
Okay. I'm praying for the best.
Yeah.
So he went on, and in my honest opinion, I feel like the over-answering, as if the over-answering and repetition will make his version more believable to us, the court of public opinion. We cannot even see what he's talking about because the exhibits have been blocked. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it all comes down to his word against that of the accused.
Yes.
And since the cell phone towers have placed the accused around Johannesburg CBD, especially accused number 3 for CBD from around just before 8:30, before his phone switched off.
Yes.
I mean, the onus is on him to prove that they were actually at Kutlanong Street. It's not really doing much at this point, but we continued to listen, and Baloyi went on to the address that he gave with regards to the Standard Bank account. He asked Gininda to place it on record, and the Mr. MSCB room NA/5A Sotho Hostel MC Bota Drive, Vosloorus. Gininda read Zungu's evidence with Advocate Baloyi, where Zungu was testifying about Nkazimulo, the relative of accused number 5, Omuzi. He said that he saw Nkazimulo in the car in 2019, and he said that Ntuli produced the firearm through the window.
Raton, our member, thank you.
Thank you, Masirame. Thank you so much. May God continue to bless you.
Why are we having problems streaming? All the time when there's confusion, we're going, there's going to be these bufferings and...
Okay, so...
Yeah, but continue, Emil. I think we are still fine in terms of voice, as far as the voice is concerned.
Let me disconnect my device. Maybe it will help.
Yeah, because I really... Yeah, I mean, there's always something when we're dealing with such things. Yeah, please do.
Kuzodlula, guys.
Yeah. We hope so.
So he said that Ntuli produced the firearm through the window, and Zungu said that he knew him from Tembisa, and he said that he was related to accused number 1 and accused number 5.
He thinks.
That
is important.
He thinks, emphasis on he thinks that he's related to accused number 1 and accused number 5, and Ntuli, who produced the firearm through the window. Now, this is that part of evidence where he was talking about how his life was threatened or something like that. He was almost...
So they're trying to highlight the danger, how dangerous these people are.
Yes.
Well, we cannot... take away the danger. Obviously, the accused, they come in different colors.
Some of them, not all of them.
Not all of them that we know of right now, but
the cases...
Obviously, there are those who... But in all honesty, if they were outside, I don't think...
I want to accuse number 5. If he was really in that house, I
think that's where I draw the line. If he was in that house, no one.
Let us just say that Miss Popola would not be doing any interviews.
Maybe. Let's just put it like this. Maybe. Yes. Yo, guys, I breakile the Shandy smash. Breaker Street.
So we're gonna fix it.
You have just broken my YouTube.
Haibo, guys. Sisahamba kamnandi
They have just broken my YouTube.
Sekumnandi kanje.
Can you hear us? Please tell me if you can hear us. Please let me know. I'm just gonna read anyone who says I can hear you guys. Then we continue.
Hold on. Usually when it does this, sometimes it doesn't cut off the sound. You'll find that the screen is buffering, but you find
This time it was not, it crashed. Straight crashed.
Ooh.
Like the last time. This is the second time this is happening. Crashed. We are dealing here. Umoya omubi awuvumi. Ngizosho njalo. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna assume give umoya omubi. It's game, yeah, but continue, Emily. It seems as if you are fine now.
Okay.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, yeah, continue.
Okay. So Baloyi asked Gininda to place Zungu's number on record. The number is 07697999524. Then they returned to accused number 1, section 205. So the number Gininda read out was 07937900137. He said that the same number was in the Capitec Bank records of accused number 1. So the date, which was the 1st of September 2019, 11:21:32, the type of call, he said, was MTC for 36 seconds. And the person that was being called with the 076, Gininda said that the number was not visible at that point, and Baloyi gave him another piece of paper that he could read from, another copy, and he read the number as 07699858812. So Gininda also entered another call log. You know, before I continue, there is something else that I've noticed.
Yeah.
Or I noticed today. You know how when the state presents its evidence, they always ensured that everyone has a copy. Everyone could see what is going on.
Yeah.
But now today it felt like every man for himself. I don't know if it makes sense, you guys. I feel like maybe it's like the things have been provided. It's every man for himself. You just have to, when I say statement, go move to the statement. When I say this, go move to this. When I say, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
It gave me that vibe today. I couldn't help but wonder if the accused are following whatever is going on or whatever is happening, especially accused number 1, because this was concerning
Confuse
him.
and conquer. That's a strategy.
I was like, okay, there's
That's
so
a
many bank
strategy.
statements. There's 3 of them, but the owner of I can only wonder if the owner of the bank statement knows what's going on with this.
You know, my
evidence.
worry with those bank statements, they are only talking about money going out. Money going out.
Yes.
Are we talking about the ATM?
ATM cash withdrawals.
But
you know, the strangest thing again that I found very strange is that, okay, fine, especially this part where now Brigadier Gininda is like, I can't see clearly. And then there's another copy that just comes in this.
where
like,
he can see
you
clearly.
understand what I'm saying?
Like the other one, the ink was
Such things,
What
man.
happened with the other one where you cannot see? Was the ink about to finish when we were printing, or what is it?
Such things is where you really need to be very attentive when such things happen.
Yeah,
You
like one of
understand?
the manner in which this is presented, it's confused.
It's very confusing. Everything is so fast. Everything is so
This will.
it's so haphazard.
This part is all about confusion.
So Gininda also
Some
entered
people strive in
such,
the midst of
yeah.
confusion.
Yeah.
Guys, let's break more of this YouTube. Might as well just break more of it. Please like the video. Just break it, because I don't understand whether it's YouTube or internet, but it seems as if it's internet. Just break more with the likes.
Press the like button, you guys. So Gininda also entered another call log of 079397800137,
Where were these call logs?
which is said to be accused number 1's phone number, and the date 1st of September 2017, the time 17:34:39. The type of call, he said, it's a call forward to the third party with the number 076998512. alleging basically that accused number one called Zungu in 2017. No call duration was given. Then he read the record of Zungu's cross-examination by Ramasipili, where Zungu said that he received a call from accused number one, informing him that after he left Nongoma, he went to Mpumalanga and they would continue the conversation when he returned from Mpumalanga. Ramasipili put it to Zungu that accused number one instructed him that he never traveled to Mpumalanga and he never made any such calls to him.
Why was this not done through Pinky? Pinky is the one who's getting all the way now. Is the one who's dealing with the Vodacom issues, the Section 205s and terminology, and even knows the towers.
The towers have addresses now. Hey guys. Pinky did not have that.
This case, iyafuna ukuthi sikhulume. But masikhuluma kuthiwa siyabheda kulungile. Let's continue.
Pinky said, I don't have access yet, but I'm sure if I look into it, I may get it. Now, Brigadier Gininda is coming with the addresses of the towers. I was like, icon. Ow! Gosh. I've never seen anything like this. But Sizotsini Sotola and watch what happens. So Ramasipili at the time had put it to accused number one, or had put accused number one's versions that he was instructed that he never traveled to Mpumalanga and he never made any calls to Zungu, and that he had never exchanged his cell phone numbers with that of Zungu. So Zungu said that when he was speaking to accused number one, he was using Gwabeni's phone. Then he informed Gwabeni to give him his number. He then took his numbers from there, and the numbers were still new. So that was Zungu's version, that the first time he spoke with accused number one over the phone, he was talking with accused number one via Gwabini's phone. And then from there, he asked for the direct contact with accused number one. So Baloyi then said, that number that you have placed on record, the call on the 1st of October 2019, how does it compare to the number that appears on the statement of Constable Zungu? And Gininda said that it is the same. So Baloyi asked what CF means. Wabana, now they were pulling the glossary from the statement of Miss Pinky Fantilengem. Okay? They pulled that glossary so that Brigadier Gininda can explain to the court what CF means. Even though we've already had it before. You see what I mean when I say repetition? But just so to make Brigadier's evidence, clear and have a little bit of something. Let's just pull that glossary and look at the definition. And Brigadier Gininda look at the definition and read it to the court and read it on record. So Gininda said that it's a call forward, right? And his understanding is that it probably went to voicemail. Okay, that's his understanding of a call forward. So Baloyi showed him Pinky Fantilengem's evidence for Gininda to read the definition of CF. Azanka Boreha saw. Like, I was so bored, guys. I'm sorry.
Call forward.
I'm so sorry. I was
call
very,
forward
very
is
bored.
A voice.
I was so bored. But I was like, okay, maybe it's giving sauce. Maybe it's giving spice and maybe something nice. But then we've heard this before.
Yes.
It's fine.
We did.
A basic definition is fine. There's no need to be pulling the glossary and all. Oh my God. So Advocate Charles Mnisi said that he wanted a copy of this particular evidence, the call forwards and all the glossary terms. So Baloyi was going through all of this evidence, and Mnisi said that he didn't have copies and asked for the page so he can make the copies. But at first he made it seem like he was going to go somewhere and fetch his copies. But then he said that, okay, he would rather have the state make the copies for him during that short
And out
adjournment.
of all these things that have been done, why is there no one coming from the bank side? And I can tell you right now for free,
Why?
Banks don't
Why?
play around. Banks don't play around. You can't just go there and do.
I remember there was a picture of accused number 2 from Capitec.
So Capitec came, right?
No, Capitec hasn't come. It's Brigadier Gininda who had the picture of accused number 2 in a Capitec bank to prove that Capitec account was his Capitec account. And I was shocked. They would say, okay, fine, but where's the bank
Even
person?
now, is the banker
He's
whatever.
a banker. He's a cell phone expert.
Is everything.
He's all of that. He's all of that,
He's
and
IO.
it's scary to me that he doesn't need the confirmation of an expert. It's bizarre. Usually, or maybe they are planning to call the experts after he testifies.
You know
We
what?
can
When
only
they are
see-
gonna call the expert, if these ones, the defense can stand up and ask the questions that require a lot of explanations about the banks, and
that's when
that's when the solution will come.
to call the experts. Or
And
to
but
call
the,
the
Nakona, the problem is that there are many bank statements from different banks, so
they'll
they're
need
gonna
three.
need they're gonna need 3.
One from Nedbank, one from Capitec, another one from Standard Bank. And Pinky needs to come back.
Yeah,
So 4. Pinky needs to come back.
yeah, he needs to come back. Tell us about this. Why did they miss the
Is
Zoom
it
part?
in her PDF that is cannot be manipulated?
Yes,
and that is
yes,
taken
yes.
from the source.
Yes.
Can it, is it the same as it's reflecting with the one that is currently being used in court? That's what we want to know from Pinky. That is it the same? You know, can she pull the same transaction or not? You know, that it's a question mark there. So the judge said that he remembers Zungu's evidence because Mnisi was now asking for the copies of whatever Advocate Balui was talking about. He said, don't you remember the evidence? Don't you remember the evidence? I remember the evidence. I remember Zungu's evidence of attending the wedding and
You know
everything
that
else.
thing.
And I'm like,
it rubbed me off the wrong way.
Mudimu.
He kept on emphasizing how accused number 2 denied. You know, that's the only part. Like, it's like, yeah, your person denied this. I remember that evidence. I remember it. He denied it. Yeah? Look now.
I was like, Mnisi's just asking for a copy. You know, he's just asking for a copy. You know, he's not asking for much, just a copy. Like,
You'll suffer, very lapaya. You'll suffer. This judge.
well, after the short adjournment, there was issues with the sound. But when it returned, what I could pick up was Gininda now sharing more records, more transactions. Gininda shared the 19th of November 2019, 1821:04 is the time, and 079-379-0137, MTC call duration 076-979-9524, which is alleged to be Zungu's number. The initial one is that of accused number 1. The tower is Whistletown MPU. So Gininda said that this tower, Whistletown MPU, is in Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
This is 2019, the 19th of November.
Yes.
So Baloi asked to read Pinky's glossary of what MTC means and what MTC stands for, mobile terminated call. He said it's an incoming call received. And Baloi asked him what his understanding was, and Gininda said that a please call me was sent by the user, accused number 1, as a please call me to the number belonging to Zungu. Then on the same day, he then received a call from Zungu and asked for a comment on what accused number 1 told the legal representative when he said that he never called Zungu. Now it's accused number 1 sending Zungu, please call me. And then Zungu responds with a phone call. That's what he
That's why I'm
saying.
suspecting that this could be Zungu's father's number or someone. You know, guys. I know. It might sound crazy. Hey, but this evidence that came late. Yeah, kondanisa. Hey, this one of late.
It's fitting. If the glove won't fit, you must or quit. This one is fitting.
The glove has been extended.
It's fitting. It has been stretched. It has been
sewed again.
It has been sewed again. It has been, it has been worked on so that it can fit.
Now it's fitting.
And we don't have
the problem
to acquit.
Is you need really good experts to actually deal with these things.
Then Gininda said, I think the record speaks for itself. There was a communication between accused number 1 and Constable Zungu. Baloyi asked about the statement of Zungu's father, and Baloyi said that this communication of accused number 1 and Constable Zungu, when does it appear in relation to the date on which you took down the statement of the father? And Gininda said that he obtained the statement of Zungu's father on the 17th of November 2019, and thereafter the communication between the number belonging to accused number 1 and Zungu takes place. So Gininda added that on page 1, there is proof that there was communication even prior to that. I mean, he counted 6. He said that 6 times that there was communication. And he started off by saying that on the date, the 1st of September 2019, call forward, mentioning the call forward he previously referred to. He also said that there was an outgoing call from accused number 1 to Zungu.
Lindy Webembe, thank you very much. May God bless you. God bless you. May God increase you. Thank you. We appreciate you.
And then also there was a MOC call duration, which was 269 seconds. Well, I've counted 2 calls, right? Just 2 calls. This to me was fresh to my ears. A call that lasted 269 seconds. But he said that it was on the 1st of September 2019. So both of these calls happened on the 1st of September 2019. Honestly, this is a mess with no sense, in my opinion. I can't place the calls. Why can't he place the calls? Because these calls for me, compared to how Pinky Faintilengem was putting them on record, the way Brigadier Gininda is putting them, they are not properly,
Obvious, I mean, there's always going to be something missing. The problem is the power that has been given to state when it comes to these things. In this case, the state is supposed to prove beyond reasonable. But unfortunately, we are at a stage where even the defense would need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. I mean, that thing is thrown out of the window. And unfortunately, the power of going and acquiring and doing your own research without the state knowing is very minimum. Because immediately you touch base with Fight Fillingham, Baloyi would know.
He would know.
That's the power of being in the state side.
So they have no choice but to recall if they need to recall them. Because you're icon. So Baloyi told Gininda to continue reading from Ramosipili's cross-examination, and he repeated where accused number 1 told Ramosipili where he said he never went to Mpumalanga or called him and exchanged numbers with him. So these are, ngama repetition, but Baloyi now pulled the charge sheet of the proceedings at the Tembisa court against accused number 1. And Baloyi said to Gininda, you've already testified that he appeared in the Tembisa court after his arrest on the 1st of June 2020. Gininda said that it was the matter of illegal substance dealings as well as unlicensed ammunition.
Someone is saying accused number 1 was arrested on 31 May 2019. Zungu called September. Sbia was in jail on 31 May 2019. Zungu called in September. I guess they would say, you had a phone under the pillow or something. There's always like him. I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, these people.
Actually, in 2019, they had to release him. They released him, I think, and then they rearrested him again the following year in May. on the 31st of May. So maybe they could come and say at the time he was released. Maybe they could also say that. Don't know.
Again.
But I asked him to which date the matter was adjourned on the 1st of June 2020, and Gininda said that the 8th of June 2020 is when it was adjourned up to, and the accused was to remain behind bars with no bail. So Baloi asked him to put on record.
Look at how even that case of accused number one, even if he talks about it, he does sound like he's like, you know, when you have a bit of guilt conscious, it's like brush it off. Because, I mean, we still even today question how accused number one was arrested with regards to the so-called whatnot and whatnot.
For those who are new, we did talk about it. Please scroll on the videos tab and find where we're talking about accused number one's case. We've already deliberated on it. Now it has its own issues that did not make sense from looking outside. But we're like, okay, the law is the law. The law has spoken.
Let it go. The law is the law. Right?
Let it go. Right now, he's focusing on this one. But let me tell you, that one.
Leona.
No,
and now that there were weights such as we use this other case to keep them on the side.
It was how many? 0.5 grams. He was arrested for 0.5 grams of nyaupe.
Okay.
We deliberated on it, and then the ammunition in a black plastic bag.
Yeah, there is a video on it.
So Baloi asked him to put on record what appeared on the charge sheet for the 8th of June. Gininda read it and said the accused gave Mpumalanga address. So for the first case, or the Tembisa case, they are claiming that accused number one gave the court the address of Mpumalanga after he was arrested on the 30th of May 2020, because this is June now. So, accused number one, Uyaboshwa, on the day of his arrest, they find him at Tembisa. Charge sheet, I think they asked for it or something. It has been brought to court and it has been handed in as an exhibit. There was a point where there was even arguments about the house number. They said that he had given them a wrong address. That address was not Mpumalanga. Now today, they say he gave an address of Mpumalanga.
We talked a lot about that 1818. Is it 1818?
Yes.
The address.
And now they are not saying no. It's in Mpumalanga. Okay. He's appearing in court for the first time. He appears for the second time. So on the second time, he decides to give an address of Mpumalanga. Let that sink in. The first time he appears for this case, Tembisa address that was even written incorrectly, and now he has to argue that no, I did not give you a wrong address. I gave you this address. It was the right address. And they're like, no, you gave us a wrong address. We even drove there to verify. Remember that whole argument. And now they're saying that on his second court appearance, when he was fighting to get bail for this case, he gave them a wrong address of Mpumalanga. Or he gave them an address of Mpumalanga. Maybe it wasn't wrong. This is someone who was appearing for his bail. Okay. So when they arrested him in Tembisa, that's what they're saying. He gave them an address in Mpumalanga. This one is a new story now. So there was even an argument by Mokola, if you guys remember, that when he arrested accused number one for the Tembisa case, but it wasn't her who did the arresting, but she mentioned that a wrong address was given. It was A181 versus 8181, something like that. So when did we get to now an address of Mpumalanga? Yasmina, these people, like, I don't understand what's going on. But we'll wait for Mgomezulu to give clarity and to come and explain for his client's sake. Because, Baloyi asked Gininda to go to the evidence of Constable Zungu on the 7th of September. So what the state here was trying to do now was to prove that Sibia denied knowing Zungu or speaking to him, also further solidifying that the threats against Zungu did take place 2 days after Zungu's father gave a statement implicating the accused, and that Sibia knows Zungu very well. That's what they're trying to prove, that Sibia knows Zungu very well. Zungu's testimony has no weight if he doesn't know Sibia. So the state is trying to give that association and that weight by trying to prove the so-called link between Zungu and accused number 1. Even in Zungu's testimony, if you guys can remember, he really wanted for the accused to know him. When they said they didn't know him, he said, no, they know me. It's important that they know him so that his evidence doesn't just be dismissed.
Very important.
So Zungu's role here is very important for the state.
Circumstantial evidence.
So Gininda read where Zungu said that he arrived between 2 and 3 at Basutung Hostel. Asked if the number made any contact with the tower, Gininda said that the tower is Fosloras and the number is 0727691169. I don't know this number. I don't know it. Mr. Anonymous, this number is 0727691169. Do you know who it belongs to?
What's the number?
0727691169.
No, I don't.
So he said that it was a MOC call to a number he was calling which ended with 797.
As in, let's just mention this thing, Emily, because I see you're busy with numbers. The issue of Richards Bay, I was waiting for you to reach it. Unfortunately, you haven't. Nongoma Richards Bay, Bafwet. There is no such thing as called Nongoma Richards Bay. There is no such thing.
It was on the reading of the bank.
Store.
The
Nongoma
bank
Richards Bay.
transactions for Standard Bank account.
There is no such thing as Nongoma Richards Bay. Let me put an estimation how far Nongoma could be. Maybe, let's say 50 to 60 to 7. Let's say 70 kilometers. Or even more than that, 80. Richards Bay is there. Nongoma is up there.
How long would it take to travel from maybe Nongoma to Richards Bay or Richards Bay to Nongoma? Maybe put it in a time frame.
Depending on what you are driving on, I would estimate 2 to 3 hours.
Wow. Now that's a distance. So how come it reaches Nongoma, Richards Bay?
There is no such. I can tell you now. It's like saying Melmoth, Richards Bay, or Melmoth Shore. Melmoth and Shore is far. It's like saying Melmoth and Gandla.
And I even heard the judge trying to ask what's the difference between Nongoma, Mahlabatini.
Yeah, I was right. It's like if you use the site it's like 2 hours. 2 hours 20 minutes.
Wow, that's a distance.
142 kilometers.
That's a long time on the road. So how come are they picking up as one area?
I don't know.
The evidence of Brigadier
that thing would never happen. Look, KZN has towns. Each place has towns. It's like Shaw. There is no way Shaw can be confused with Melmoth. There is no way Nkandla can be confused with Melmoth. In fact, there is no way Melmoth will be confused with Babanang. There is no way Melmoth will be confused with Vryheid. Vryheid is closer to Ulundi also. So as Melmoth is closer to Ulundi, but not that close. It's the same distance. I don't understand. There is no such thing as Richards Bay, Nongoma. No such thing. There is no such. I can bet my money. Those things don't combine.
So what are they trying to do?
I don't know where they got this thing. Richards Bay Nongom. I don't know where they got it. They need to go and check their records.
They need to go and recheck them. Ne?
Richards Bay Nongoma.
I even saw how
Not
the
even
judge...
Nongoma Ulundi maybe, which is in one area, by the way. And that issue of Mahlabatin that was being explained.
Yes, Mahlabatin.
By the way,
Nongoma.
Ulundu and Mahlabatin is almost used interchangeable.
Okay.
It's used at some point. Ulundu used to be called Mahlabatin.
So Mahlabatin is Ulundi.
It's used interchangeable, even if
it's
you
one
go.
Place.
Even if
so
you go,
does it mean there's a different place called Mahlabatin and there's a different place called Ulundi?
There is a place that is called Mahlabatin, but it is in one, I think, municipality.
Ulundi.
Yes. So that thing that you was explaining of a distance, that's why Intans was surprised. You can explain the issue of Nongoma, but once you explain Mahlabatin, now you'll confuse yourself.
Hi, okay. So on that number, these are totally different numbers that I personally could not identify whose number this was. And also, when he's talking about a number that made a call with this number, he's now saying it's a number that ends with 797. Why not put the entire number? I don't know.
I wonder this issue of numbers. Now all I'm gonna say to it is they must go back and relook at this thing, the defense, because now they have to prove now.
They need to recall Pinky. They need to call the banking people. And also recall Pinky. Pinky's needed now.
I hear you, Miss K, saying that they could be related. That could be true. But all that these guys are saying is that this guy, Zungu is from Newcastle, apparently, right?
Yeah, there was...
He doesn't reside where they reside with the father, right? The father is on that side.
He said he used to go there to visit.
Not Zungu.
So Baloyi now asked Gininda to place the address of the cell phone towers. Yeah, when I say a lot was going on, I mean a lot was going on. Now the towers have addresses and the source of these records, it's all up in the air. But Gininda gave the address. After Baloyi gave him a page to read, he said it's 6125 MC Bota Drive, extension 1, Fosloras 1475. Gininda said that it is the same postal code that appears on the address of accused number 5, and the MC Bota Drive is the same. So what Baloyi has done, in my opinion here, is to place accused number 1 at Fosloras, not at the scene. Okay? At Fosloras.
Yes.
So that's pretty much it.
All this sweating was just for placing number 1.
At
Fosloras. At Fosloras.
And Mnisi asked Gininda to repeat what he said about the postal code. Gininda said that the postal code of the address of the tower is the same as the postal code of accused number 1 at Basutung Hostel, where he was presiding. So Baloyi gave Gininda a bank statement, and Gininda read 43 Soto Hostel Drive. There. Yes, another repetition again. Then Baloyi gave Gininda another paper to place the distance between Basutung Hostel and the Fosloras Tower. And Gininda asked to deal with the bank records. Then Baloyi said, we'll come back to that. So Gininda gave that distance after he was given the paper. The distance between the towers is 688 meters. Not between the towers, between Basutung Hostel and the tower. It's 688 meters. So Baloyi now went to the Capitec bank statement of accused number 1. The address read 43 Soto Hostel, Bota Drive, Fosloras South 3750. The Standard Bank record read the code of 1475. Then Gininda said this was the code he was referring to that is similar to the tower address. Baloyi asked Gininda to read the court record of the 11th of September 2023, where Ramusipili cross-examined Zungu and told him that he was staying at Basotho Hostel up to the 23rd of March, up to March 2013. From there, he came back in 2015. Accused 1 and 2, they denied being at the party hostel, or there was a party there that Zungu was talking about, but they denied being there. That party that was said to have been organized by Gwabini.
Since they managed to get Zungu's cell phone and what, why couldn't they pin them in one area? Since they, I want to prove that they were together and they know each other.
Yes.
Why didn't they do that?
It would have helped a lot.
It would make things easier. Here is a phone. Yeah.
It would have helped a lot.
Gininda, please place them together. You know, simple as that. But no, wait. The phone has to be, I don't know who lost the phone and got the cell phone. Was it Zungu? How he got accused number 1's number?
He said he got it from Gwabini. He had called using Gwabini's phone. And then from using Gwabini's phone, he got accused number 1's number. But the first time he talked to accused number 1 was with Gwabini's phone. So Baloyi said that what Ramosepeli was saying is that from March 2013 to 2015, the accused was in KZN. Gininda said that that is not true. In relation to the bank statements and the transactions that he did, the details of the licensed traffic department, that's not true. So Baloyi, yeah, he's still hammering on the issue of accused number 5 being in forced letters. I don't know whether he's wanting to interpret that he was in forced letters for the entire duration that his bank accounts were making the transactions that he has put on record that they made. What is happening here is that the same scenario where they were using with Ntanzi to say, since his phone was pinging at the tower of the prison, then it means his cell phone was with him. So the same scenario of that is being used with these cards to say that accused number 1 had his cards with him all the time. So his cards are like his tracking device. It means ngampela, this is where he was. He was at forced letters. There is no way he could have been anywhere else. That's literally the gist of everything. So Baloyi asked Gininda to enter the bank transactions, the bank statements of accused number 1. Gininda said that it was Capitec Bank, the statement. Then the dates now started. The 22nd of September 2014. Doesn't show location. 29th of September 2014. Branch cash deposit fee, 30th of September 2014. Payment cash received from SARS. Cash withdrawal ATM, Johannesburg, Kerk Street. The 1st of October 2014. Speed, Johannesburg. There were activities on the card. ATM cash withdrawal, Naledi. So the interpreter actually said that Naledi, it's a mall in forced letters, Naledi Mall. So the 2nd of October 2014, tax 101 Johannesburg, ATM cash withdrawal at forced letters, Naledi. 2014, October the 5th, cash withdrawal at Naledi forced letters. 9th of October 2014, ATM cash withdrawal at Vosloorus. 11th of October 2014, ATM cash withdrawal at Naledi Mall in Vosloorus. Baloyi directed Gininda now to a transaction on the 29th of September 2014, the branch card replacement fee of 40 Rand. Then he asked Gininda what it would be, what it would mean. And Gininda said that this, from his understanding, is that he would have went in to replace a bank card.
The master of these things now. South Africa.
I still think that the defense should make sure that the people from the bank come and verify all of this, because it's important that they get it. Even if it's true, the authorization is important. The stamping is important because it's a lot.
Guys, it's like the video. Please press that like button. I see it's 290 likes, 529 people who are watching. Let's not disappoint. This day is already good. Please, let's just press that like button. And also, if you've just binge watching us, it's okay. we also accept that.
I also saw somebody say that he was literally, this evidence was answering the questions that content creators have had. And you know, when it came to this point, I couldn't help but wonder, but why Gati? Why Gati?
That is their car.
Why Gati? We are being, you know?
I'm still saying that le nongoma, what? It cannot be a bank making that thing. A bank that is situated in Wanongoma saying Richards Bay, what?
That one is tricky, especially considering that distance.
Sometimes we will share because some of us are from that side in KZN. We're from KZN, basically, not that side. It means we're from KZN. We have been in those
to
areas.
All these places.
And when someone is gonna tell you that Inkandla is actually closer to Richards Bay, you're gonna laugh because which Nkandla is that one?
So 15th of October 2014, ATM cash withdrawal for Slaughter's. And now he was mentioning the amounts that there was a withdrawal of 50 rands. The balance was 524.42 cents. 2014, the 15th of October, ATM cash withdrawal for Slaughter's Naledi, withdrawal of 80 rands. Balance was 439 rands and 82 cents. Then on the 16th of October 2014, ATM cash withdrawal, Lesedi City for Slaughter's 150, and the balance was 273 rands and 22 cents. So Baloi advised Brigadier Gininda at this point to not mention the balances anymore.
Because it was going to be finished. I got it was going to be finished, but Tanzi was on his brief withdrawing. But it was going to be finished. Now you must tell us where the other money is coming from. You cannot withdraw what you do not have unless you have an overdraft, which I doubt. Moses has.
I doubt. So 2014, October the 21st, cash deposit notes for Slaughter's Naledi Mall. 2014, October the 28th. Where's the 26th? 26th is not there. But then the 28th, there's a cash deposit notes for Slaughter's at Naledi Mall. Then the 25th of November 2014, ATM withdrawal at the ATM for Slaughter's Naledi. 27th of November 2014, ATM withdrawal, Sportem Discount Foods at Carlton in Johannesburg. 30th of November 2014, ATM 246 East Rand. 7th of December 2014, Boxer in KZN.
Was it in KZN, Richards Bay?
No mentioning of the cities, just KZN.
Inconsistencies.
You
There is a
see
lot
what I
of
mean?
inconsistencies. So you mentioned Richards Bay, what, and Nongom, and then you don't mention it later on when you...
Then Baloi took Gininda to the transaction of the 5th of December 2014 at Truworths East Rand. 7961 was the card number, and Gininda now had to confirm that on the 7th of December 2014 at Boxer and KZN, it's the same card number of 7961. So Baloi referred him to the transactions of the Nedbank bank account now. The 1st of July 2014 to 2015, the 12th of December, the 31st of December, my apologies. Then on the 7th of July 2014, 15:03:45, the time, goods and services, location, Miami Vice Tavern, location, ZAZA. I don't know where that is. Then on the 8th of July 2014, description is cash withdrawal, shop 11A and 11B at Naledi in Johannesburg. Cash withdrawal, shop 11A, 11B, Naledi. I don't know whether it's still Naledi Mall or it's Naledi in Soweto. I don't know. But it's shop 11A, 11B, Naledi.
I'm going to say this. As Gucci, you need, with Gininda, you don't need to be in a hurry. If you need to take 2 weeks, each person taking 2 weeks is fine.
Let's go through this step by step.
Yeah, because he said a lot of things. A lot of things.
This is needed, yeah.
No, starting with Mgomezu, this thing of shortcuts,
Yeah, he needs,
quick questions.
He needs to
No.
take his time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time. TT, and when you have to go to break, you go to break. Because
But you must understand.
where you are driving to. That's simple as that.
Then 21st of September 2014, the time now was 12:09:54. Cash withdrawal at SHEP 11 and 11A and 11B corner MC Johannesburg SGZA. I have no idea what that is, but I know it's in Johannesburg. Then the 1st of October 2014, cash withdrawal shop 11A 11B Naledi. Cash withdrawal again on the 2nd of October 2014, 11A, 11B, Naledi. The 9th of October now, 2014. Cash withdrawal, corner of Brickfield and Johannesburg. We don't have the 26th of October 2014, but we are all the way to the 30th of October 2014. Cash withdrawal, Nongoma. 2014 November the 3rd.
That is to show that then after he decided to take Senzo's life, he went to Wanongo.
Maybe. But where is the 26th?
But
Where is the...
To me, you know why? Why this evidence, why following this evidence is even harder? Because it seems as if Gininda is giving judgment. It does. It's like, do you follow this so-called
Tell
testimony?
us what you think.
Hey, it's like,
what do you make of this?
it's like giving judgment. He's a judge.
Hi, God. So 12:45:06 on the 3rd of November 2014. Cash withdrawal, shop 11A and shop 11B, corner MC. 2014 11:05. Cash withdrawal, shop 11A and 11B. 6th of November. Cash withdrawal, corner of Brickfield and Bloom, Johannesburg. He went on and on and on and on and on and on. And yeah, after the long adjournment now, Brigadier Gininda continued with the bank records. And the 14th of November 2014, 17:39:59 cash withdrawal. 15th of November 2014, 17:39 cash withdrawal. 17th of November 2014, 8:27:58 cash withdrawal at Princess Magogo Street. I don't know where Princess Magogo Street is. It was not mentioned. 2014, 11:18.
Princess Magogo
Street.
Okay.
It's in Johannesburg. Where is it? So 16:38:27 cash withdrawal, corner of Brinklefield in Johannesburg. Then 19th of November 2014, 7:17:48 cash withdrawal at shop 11A and 11B, Naledi Foslora. So it's Naledi Mall, you guys, Naledi Mall. And then on the 21st of
By Ulundi, Princess Magogo.
by Ulundi.
Yeah.
Okay, 16:01:27 cash withdrawal at shop 11A and shop 11B. This is on the 21st of December 2014. So for me, in my opinion, this was way past the 26th of October 2014. They went all the way to 2015 just to prove that the card that was withdrawing, it was withdrawing in Foslorus. So Baloyi said that the defense of accused number 1 is that he was in KZN from 2014 to 2015 to March 2015. Gomezulu on the proceedings of the 25th of March 2024, Gininda read where it said that he booked Elena's license in Brakpan, and he said at the time he was staying in KZN using a previous address that he had, and he had to travel from KZN to pre-book. That time he was residing at Mahlabatini and he came to Brakpan.
Masiabelo, what do you say? Masiabelo, I think I'm correct. Baloyi wanted Moses' ID to be used for school. He does not want the defense to use the ID on behalf of Moses to get bank statements. Yes, we mentioned that. We mentioned that. We remember.
That's why he didn't want the ID. Now it makes sense.
What kind of bogus condition that he must not use ID for anything else?
So Mpuamuzi cannot go into the bank and ask that they pull his bank statements so that he can prove his case. God, how is this law? But because how is this law? How does it work? So you cannot get resources to prove your innocence now, or to prove your case. Only the state is allowed to prove a case against you.
Now we see. That's why I'm saying there is a lot of things they need to buy themselves time. I don't know how they are going to do that, but they need to buy themselves time.
Yeah, Tlhokahala, they need the time. Honestly
Or they should be
speaking.
starting to work on it right now.
Gininda then reported or repeated Matlow's evidence of the road traffic center where Sibia had done his license. So Sibia paid for it in cash. And after going through the RTMC records of Sibia's learner's license booking tests, Gininda said that Sibia's version is that he lived in a Mahlabatini in 2014 is not consistent with the bank records that show that he was transacting in Gauteng, except for the 2 occasions where he was in Nongoma or Ulundi. Is it me or I read more than 2 occasions? But it's fine.
Princess
I didn't have
Makoko
time
Street
to.
is at Ulundi. Hey, by the way, Princess Makoko is someone is reminding us here. Princess Makoko is Makoko is the mother of late Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi.
Buthelezi, yes. Thank you for that knowledge drop. Yes, it is the mother of Mangosuthu Buthelezi.
Like we used to ask us, why would you refuse someone's ID? Why, Ngampela? Why?
It was so cruel. Like, why are you refusing with his ID? For what reason? It's not part of the evidence. It's not. Why are you refusing with it? And I remember the security risk. Doesn't the security risk of why accused number 3 is in solitary confinement somehow having something to do with something about the bank and accused number 2?
It wasn't Danz who wanted to.
Like, what is wrong with the accused wanting to go to the bank? Like, kwenzeka. No, they need to buy themselves time, Mr. Anonymous. You're right.
This guy,
You're
bro.
right. You're right.
You watch.
Kukhona offline.
You know, you watch Valo in court, ne?
Kukhona offline.
Bafowethu.
Kukhona into la. Something's not right. Yeah.
Oh, let's finish it up.
So Gininda now said that the withdrawal of Ulundi's Ulundi filling station is not in line with the booking of the license. The other one was the 10th of June 2014, Nongoma Hardware ATM, and it also reflected Richards Bay at the same time. I don't understand how that happened.
That's exactly the point that they need to hammer on. Since Gininda is an expert, he should tell us.
I don't know how that happened.
He's an expert of banks, most. He's the one who's testifying on behalf
of the bank.
They must ask that question. Richards Bay is 150 kilometers away. From Gwanongom.
So it was kind of it's.
And when they object, they must say, exactly, my lord. Exactly. That's the reason why we need to have an expert coming from each bank to explain such things.
They must explain these
But it was
things.
allowed in this court for this witness to put these things on record. And we allowed it to go down. Now we are asking questions. Now we are told this cannot be asked because this is not a person coming from the bank. And I know they were going to fall on that trap. They are going to say that.
And he repeated it. He said, Standard Bank 2014, February the 13th. This is another transaction. That was not even mentioned in full, but he repeated this Nongoma Hardware ATM Center, Richards Bay.
Exactly. That's where I lost it. I decided to go eat my chips because I didn't make sense.
Then the 17th of April 2014, there was a withdrawal at Ulundi filling station. He went placing the Nongoma transaction in Nongoma until he kind of reached Katlehong again. So Baloyi returned to Zungu's cross-examination by Ramosipili, where he put it that Sibia stayed at the Basutung hostel he won't be able to remember the exact time before returning back home in 2013. So there wouldn't have been a need for him to be dropped off somewhere else. Baloyi said that the essence of what Mr. Ramosipili said is that from 2013 to 2015, the accused was in KZN. But then Gininda said yes, but that cannot be true if you look at the bank transactions and the records from the RTCM. So the judge asked if Nongoma, Ulundi and Mahlabatini was one place, and Gininda said that Ulundi and Nongoma are different. Ulundi is a city. Nongoma and Mahlabatini are close to each other, and some will refer to them as one, but it is not one place. What is common is that they are all in KZN in KwaZulu-Natal.
He was afraid that they are actually too close to each other.
Okay, guys, I'm done. It's a wrap for me.
Couldn't the judge have asked the people who are coming from there, or since they are criminals, according to their eyes?
No, he can't ask them. How can he ask them? Because he doesn't even.
I mean, even Tanzo was not happy about that explanation.
He doesn't see them. Okay, they are not there. Well,
right.
There is
guys,
the state.
I'm not gonna waste most of your time. I mean, the evidence was as boring as they come.
It was boring, you guys, dragging,
give you a sense of humor.
And pretty much didn't have sauce, didn't have juice, didn't have that thing. You know, I was waiting for There was a lump sum of money that came into one of the banks.
Here's the money.
Yeah, man. Those are the stuff that I was waiting for, considering the fact that when this case was announced, they said that most of the linkage came from the fact that there was monies that was received.
Yeah, guys, let's please like the video. Please like the video. Don't forget to like the video. Right, this is the time where I go down, and you can call while I'm doing that. It's not a problem. I'm here. This is the time where I thank people. Tembelani Kanye, thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate you. Naomi, okay, there's someone. Let me make sure that you are audible. Mzansi, hello.
Hi, Mr. Arno, and Emin, how are you?
Yeah, yes, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Yeah, speaking, my name is Shingai. I'm calling you from Sydney, in Australia.
Australia, yes.
Firstly, I want to thank Nate for the contributions for the sound and the gift that she contributed. That's nice of you. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Arno,
yes.
I would say the investigating officer is underwhelming. The evidence is over and underwhelming. Or maybe our expectations of him was so high. We were expecting something, and then when he comes, what is he talking about? And he keeps on repeating bank transactions, road traffic. How does that place these accused in one place of killing the guy? I don't know. My other question is, how are accused 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 being linked in this case? Considering that the confessions are two separate things, yeah? So how? Because I'm still lost in terms of how do we put 5 of them in one place? How? That's my other question. And then something just for us to think. I don't know if it was listening to the evidence today. It felt like the prosecutor was the investigating officer. And the investigating officer looks like the prosecutor today, because it was like the prosecutor was the one who was investigating and now trying to put 2 and 2 together. Because when they were exchanging some numbers, I could see the brigadier was even lost, where he couldn't read some numbers, and then I said, oh, but if the investigator is investigated and has got these numbers by his fingertip, why would you be so worried in terms of lost like this? You must just read out the number. And then, I don't know. But that was just my observation. And my other comment was, I think at the weekend there was a talk that Kelly is going to be arrested soon. I don't want to talk too much about those things, but mate, mark my words. In the dreams of everyone who thinks she'll be arrested, she'll be arrested. But I will tell you today, that lady will not be arrested. You cannot be arrested based on a picture that has got money. No, you can't. You need to be arrested after checking withdrawals in your bank account, and then we can assume that maybe that is the man that you put in the plastic. But otherwise, with just a picture, you can't be arrested. It's not possible. That's why the warrant of arrest was never signed before, because there is no evidence. So I know we all wanted to be arrested, and I'll be very happy for her if she can be arrested, because she can stop singing permanently. She will just start enjoying the money, because she'll be a millionaire. That's okay.
Yeah. No,
and
thank you.
the sister at the weekend, I did listen to her. Mate, I want to confess with the whole of your reality channel. I also have got a heart condition, but the heart condition is not caused by I'm stressed, it's just a normal condition. They said that Zandi's saying the mother now has got a heart condition. I'm thinking, if we are to ask people who have got heart conditions who follow Senzo Meyiwa and then we attribute it to the killing of Senzo Meyiwa, it will be very dangerous. It's a normal sickness, and when you look at the impact, unfortunately, the Kumalo family does not seem to be very much impacted than the Meyiwa family. Meyiwa family is much impacted. If you look at even the accused family is much impacted by this case than the Kumalo family when you assess it on an objective mind.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, kuthiwa hayi khona.
Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello. Hello.
Mzansi Reality, hello.
We are missing you. We cannot hear you. Right, please try to drop and call us again.
Hello.
Oh.
Just when he was saying hi.
When you were saying hi, please call again. Because we couldn't hear you. But on that note, we still continue. Yes, I'm starting to change my mind
about
what is happening with this case. It seems as if the mastermind and the director has been pronounced wrong all the time. But yeah, Sizwe 18, thank you very much.
The one we thought was
it could be a smaller fish, and the one that we
fish.
think is a big the one we thought is a big fish could be a smaller fish. The one we thought is just a smaller fish following the other ones. It could be the one who's the master chef. That's my thinking. Allegedly. Swazi Shabalala, Season 18. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. If it happens that you were dropped, please call again. Swazi Shabalala, thank you for joining us. Nolukanye Nkao, thank you for joining us. Stu Dube, thank you for joining us. Crash, thank you for joining us. Saying that the picture is also fine, guys. Please carry on. Okay, that was when we had problems. Smiling. Thank you for joining us. T Brownskin, thank you, and thank you for generous offer. Thank you that you also can hear. It's a good thing. Dumsani Ngosi, thank you for joining us. Masrame Ratone, thank you very much, our member, for joining us, and thank you for your generous offer that you gave us a super chat. Thank you, we appreciate you. Sean Pomolo, thank you for joining us. France Motokwa, thank you for joining us. Brenda Gema, thank you for joining us. Uncle Nice, thank you for joining us. Modise Masiabelo, thank you for joining us. Sebi, thank you for joining us. Ikle via Irasta, thank you for joining us. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Anujang.
Hey, I'm good, sir. Unjan.
Siyaphila nami ukhuluma nomadoda eCape Town.
Yebo madoda.
Ekudala ngagcina.
Mfowethu bathi la amanzi akamakhona phindami.
Hayi mandiyibeke ngesixhosa.
Yebo mfowethu.
Ezi channels zika YouTube.
Yeah.
They give a lot of pressure at that courtroom. The proceedings of the court is not about the records. it's about to answering those YouTube like us.
Yes.
Those people, they listen us. Today, that number, it wasn't there. There is a document, they try to snitch it in. When it's in, is the court, is the judge itself, you're going to defend those numbers.
Yeah.
That number, it's new. I suspect that number is a father of Zungu. They don't make a mistake about those numbers. They confuse the records. Then the judge is going to be there for when the lawyers, they questioned this brigadier.
Yes.
All that is on purpose. The case is not there. There's someone who's supposed to state the case. It's a lead investigator. But the lead investigator, he can't put the record straight. He can't point anyone. Only now he make a revision of what all those people are saying.
Yes.
It means there is no concrete evidence. The reason why Mkamizulu was asking them when the time they go and arrest those guys, what was the J50? He never be there from the onset. The case, it was relying on the confession. But now the confession are not true. Even the judge itself, he never decide about those confession.
That's what he said.
He only wait for the case where it goes. It means they make a case according the statement. But now, the 10th anniversary, he exposed them. Even now, they feel shame for themselves now. The world, they saw them. I see the comments, even the experts, the lawyers, the magistrate, they hide themselves. They like us on the layman's, but we get their points exactly where this case is going.
Yeah.
But those are national televisions.
Yes.
I don't know which case they watch, but they watch the same case we're watching, but they saw another way. Thanks, man. I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere.
Thank you very
it seems we are on the right track when we're following you.
Thank you.
On other day, you will tell us you are the law expert or you what, but one day you will tell us. Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
By the end of
Thank
this
you.
case, by the end of this case, I'm going to court. I'm not
Mzansi,
going
hello.
anywhere near the court.
Mzansi, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, sir.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Yes.
You're speaking to Tidisam Tetra from Rodiport.
Yes. Didi.
Yes, you know what, Mr. Anonymous and Imedine?
Yes.
This case, no, it's not casing anymore.
Yes.
It's not casing, and I think there was no investigation that was done. The investigation was done as the case is going on. Yeah, the person who's supposed to have everything, who's supposed to know the in from the alpha of the case and the omega of the case, he doesn't see numbers. He doesn't see what is written on numbers. You know, it's a mess. It's a mess, and they are also struggling to place the guys in Foslo, like in their house, in the Spaza house. Because you guys are right. When they came in, we're expecting, like, especially today, we're expecting, like, it's going to say 100,000 was deposited into so and so account. And we dropped. So there was nothing. I mean, the guy has nothing to offer. It's just a mess, MJ. It's just wasting our time.
Ow.
And our data. You must return our data back.
Let's give it
You know.
back.
And another thing, Mr. I listen was quiet today. Was quiet today, or maybe was confused with Richard's Benongoma.
He doesn't even know that. I can tell you right now for free. He doesn't know that these things are far.
They are very far.
They are all in
Gininda
KZN.
said
That's what he knows.
he said Gininda said he's from KZN. It doesn't sound like he's from KZN.
He's definitely not from KZN. The way he's explaining.
Up in Soweto.
Yeah.
I grew up in Soweto. I lived in Soweto. I've lived in GP, but I know that's big, but they're very far. Because I've been to KZN more than 10 times. I know. Richards Bay is the farthest. Nangoma is just so.
Yeah, no.
And coming to Mapopola, Mapopola, she's Chatarach. I'm sorry to say this, but she's Chatarach. With all these interviews, you know what they say, Kasisutu?
Hey.
Bare lemolatila ikatlula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who's guilty judges themselves.
Yeah.
Judges themselves.
Yes.
So he's now a spokesperson. It's the
Of
same
this
as
whole incident, yes.
Of this whole incident is the same as Subabagalo. Going to podcast, going to and you know what? I almost laughed when they say, your sister, she's the mastermind. I saw her face like, when what's that lady, Linda? I saw her face like, yo.
Changed.
Changed. I was like, yeah, now you got him. You got her. And I really want to say that in one of the channels, I said, you know what? I think Barlow played these people with that theory of, well, especially Mapopola, if Mapopola had knew that her sister was going to be named as the mastermind, I think she wouldn't have agreed to testify. That's my take, because it seems as if she was played. She didn't know this case, where the narrative, how would it go? Because of now, the sister is the mastermind. So, guys, this is a one with the long. The evidence of Mr. Gininda, it's damaging me. Guys, enjoy your money. Enjoy your body.
Thank you.
At least I'm not alone.
Right.
Gininda's testimony every time.
Siyasonke.
I'm so tired.
Saying that campaigning for the defense, laughing allegedly. Hey, we're not. We just want the truth. Please like the video, guys. Duduzi Ronald Shongwe. We can hear you. That's Duduzi Sbongile Charity Mbonani. Thank you for joining us. Masura, I may have mentioned to you. Thank you again for joining us and for everything that you have done. Since 18, I've mentioned to you. No Tulam Kize. Thank you very much for joining us. Bongile, okay, I've mentioned you. Tipuo Lekalakala, thank you for joining us. Didi Talks, thank you for joining us. Backyard Mechanic, thank you for joining us. BBM, our moderator, thank you for joining us. Morning, lovely Mzansi, that's what you're saying. G. Moodley, thank you for joining us. Kolani Ngube, thank you for joining us. Crash, thank you for joining us. And the advice that you have given, thank you. I'll take you, Laura. Our member, thank you for joining us. Tembelan Kanye, I've mentioned you. Let me go down. Dokas Shabalala, thank you for joining us. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello. Right. I will hear you once you can hear us. I'm just gonna continue. What is this? Audrey, thank you for joining us. Tebo Pini, thank you for joining us. Shaida Bali, thank you for joining us. I hope that is a correct way. Mrs. K, thank you for joining us.
K.
Let me go down. Lindiwe Bembe, thank you for joining us, our member. just
Thank
go
you
down.
for
Sandy
joining the
Zulu.
membership.
Makeba, thank you for joining us. Lindiwe, and thank you for your generous offer, Lindiwe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your generous super chat.
Thank you,
thanks.
Lindiwe
Thank you.
Makwanje.
Macheka, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your gift. Some of you I remember because when you gave, I was the one who read you. City Somteto, I think the one that just called now. Thank you for joining us again. Let's continue here. Let me see. Mzansi, hello.
Mzansi, really, how are you?
We're good, sir. How are you?
Good, man. Mr. Ilo, you are speaking to Bongs from Cape Town.
Yes,
Hi,
Bongs.
You remember last year, me and you once said this case is no longer about Senzo. It's about people defending their decision.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
It's most definitely about that now. Hey.
Right, the call disconnected. Thank you for joining us, Gaby. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us most of the time. Zodwa Lamin, thank you for joining us. I'm going down. Spusiso Ndlovu, thank you for joining us. Mzansi, hello.
Mzansi, hello.
Mzansi, hello. Oh. It's not happening.
Guys,
it's not
what's
happening.
Going on?
It's not happening. I think it's the network. Jennifer Kuzwayo, thank you for joining us. Nat, thank you for joining us. And thank you again, Nat, for leading the way. Thank you. We don't know what to say. May God bless you. May God bless you. Beyond. Sebi, thank you for joining us. Zozo Mashango, thank you for joining us. You keep on trying, I will keep on answering. Mzansi, hello.
Mzansi Reality, hello.
Mzansi, hello. Right. Yeah. Jesuati, right. Anokubega. Zoto Dlamini, thank you for joining us. Let's see. Owen Komane, thank you for joining us, our member. Right there. Thank you for joining us. Guys, membership is still available for you guys. Please join. And we saw someone joined. Lindiwe, thank you for joining us. This is gonna be quick as I can. Emily. Clever Rasta again. Hey, clever Rasta Madod. Nontlantla, thank you for joining us.
Nontlantla.
Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello. Yes, sir. Sure, you can hear.
Mzansi Reality.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, yay. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Emil. How are you, Mr. Anemena?
Good. How
Hello.
are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
We're good.
I'm okay. Zodwa Kulmaya, singing member in just today.
Thank you,
Zodwa. Welcome.
Thank you for joining the membership.
Yeah. Hi guys, I was shocked. I'm coming from Nongoma as well. So I was shocked to listen to Gininda issues of presentation. There was a time he was saying what kind of nonsense is that? Did you ever draw the money somewhere and he won't show that man you draw the money here? But you just keep listening to that nonsense. It's so embarrassing, guys, to listen to this case.
I don't know what I said.
Very
it's
embarrassing. By the time this case ipela, we all will need counseling or heart implant
or something.
I'm telling you guys, it's so stressful to listen, and we know where we are going. We are going far with this case, guys. Thank you very much for what you are doing.
Thank you.
Before we sizomela lina nize nishaya isikhathi.
Thank you.
Siyabonga bafethu. Siyabonga kakhulu bafethu nilale kahle. Siyabonga.
Right. Yes. This is someone who's coming from Kwanongoma.
Yes.
Complaining about the fact that some of the withdrawals were not specified as to where. He didn't say he does not, he cannot tell where. And the issue of Kwanongoma is still an issue. Also, I mean,
not knowing how to define
Nongoma. Yes, it's still an issue.
They're accused, all 5 of them.
And then welcome.
You are saying are from Nongoma, but you don't know.
And then welcome to our member. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining the membership. The membership
I'm also
is
glad
available.
one of the callers said that it looks like there was no investigations done. Remember when I was analyzing prior and I was like, I don't know if there were any investigations that were done.
Sanji, how are you guys?
Yes, we are good, sir. We are good, sir. We are good.
Yeah. This is balls, man. I'm trying. My network is very bad today.
Yes.
Yeah, I was saying, you remember last year, me and you, we said this case is no longer about Senzo. It's about people defending their decision.
Yes, it's about that.
Now, this case is no longer about Senzo, justice for Senzo and his family. Let's forget about that. Let's not even put ourselves, let's not have any expectations regarding that direction, because we were very disappointed. If we are expecting anything of that sort, man, there is a huge disappointment waiting for us. This case, that NNPP, what, and the police, they are trying by all means, they are defending themselves. This is for the wrong decision they took. If you listen when Mr. Elton Hart was analyzing all this mess during the anniversary, man, the guy can break. And if you check how limiting him, they are no longer giving him airtime. If you remember at the start of this trial, every time after adjournment, they will call, invite him for his opinion.
Yes.
Now, can you tell me how many channels who are still calling him? Even those who are still calling him, you'll see him once in 3 months. Then you need to ask yourself why. Those guys, if you watch more of the interviews of Senior Counsel Moses Kakan, he said those guys, they have a power to suffocate you. If your voice is against their narrative and their agenda, man, they will try by all means to silence you. That time, man, I watched one of his interviews. He said a lot of the painful things. I'm a senior counsel, but attorneys were told not to brief me. Imagine such cruelty, man. Senior counsel. I don't want to advocate some podcast on your channel. I will mention the channel. He said most of these attorneys were told not to brief me.
Yeah.
Imagine. Now you take that and you compare with what is happening with Elton Hart. We're no longer seeing. We see all these men. Sometimes some of these reporters you watch, you ask, how did we move from to this mediocre we have reporting about this case? Man, everything is deteriorating, man. In South Africa, after this case, we all deserve some counseling, man. Please, Ramaphosa must take us to counseling. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Right, even Gininda is there to defend himself because he has no case to present. He has no case. You see, now they are busy rebutting whatever these accused said.
Yeah.
Instead of presenting the case, they are rebutting. If you watch, starting way before Mangena was called, from there, they are rebutting. They are not presenting their case. We have another judge, that Mr. Elisine, I don't know what he's listening. But if you analyze and listen, these guys are not presenting case. They are rebutting.
Yes.
When are they going to present their case? They are not, because there is no case. They are not going to present any case. Let's forget about it. They will rebut until the end because they don't have anything to present. Thanks a lot, God. I appreciate you a lot.
Thank you very much. Right, it's about that time. Emily is out, as you all know. Now I'm here finishing it up. Lusanda Msila, thank you very much for being with us. Tole, thank you for joining us. Malachi, thank you. We saw you were here. Busiso and Luvu, thank you. Lola, thank you. And everyone else whom I did not mention, guys, we appreciate you. It was a lot of you today. Please like the video, join the membership. Do anything that you need to do with this video that is within the rights of this the regulations of this YouTube channel. That's all you can. Thank you very much for being with us, guys. We appreciate you. And this is the time also for me. I mean, Gininda can cause you to sleep if you are listening to him. Next thing, I'm sleeping there by the office. So yeah, guys, I need to rest. Thank you.